Right, so we're back here on Caribbean Music Line. Of course, I'm sitting and discussing neighboring rights with Trevor. He's quite versed in this, he himself being a publisher, both with ASCAP and with WMCAC.
Yes.
And before the break, we were discussing some from the producer's side. I want to jump back in now with Panmen, the seasonal group of musicians, and we have quite a bit of them. Of course, they make up most of our musicians here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right, okay.
And we have many of them belong to large pan sides, 100 plus more players. And you see these bands going on, they're performing every carnival, some go in fêtes, occasionally some go abroad and whatnot. Are they also covered in this act as well, this particular right? Are they also covered?
Yes, they are. I don't know if they are aware. I don't know if they are being told. A musician is a musician because you play an instrument. The instrument is a guitar, a saxophone, a flute, a trumpet, a pan. When you as a musician contribute to the development of the work of the author or the composer, you are entitled to a right which is called neighboring or related rights.
Right.
You have to now make sure that you secure that right. So in the Caribbean, with so many, like in Trinidad and Tobago, as you mentioned, there are thousands of musicians who play the steel pan. Each musician who plays that steel pan, as long as the song is authored and composed by this particular individual or two individuals, then that person who is playing that pan, his position in the band is a musician. And we are saying related or neighboring rights cover the musician. So related or neighboring rights cover the pan man, the guitarist, the trombonist, the keyboardist, the drummer, the percussion player, because you have to put musician. I don't know if they are aware of that, but they are.
Well, like you said, whether they are aware or not, the organizations that they fall under.
They represent, yeah.
Right? So say like, I just call it a name, TUCOM, whoever it is, these pan associations, can they then not argue and say, okay, well, it's the band, one name band. So let's say like Starlet, it's Pan Berry.
No, but no. The band don't own my right. I give the band my right.
Because I know you're saying the individual makes up part of the collective whole of the band.
Right.
But what can be argued? I am asking.
Oh, you okay?
What I am asking theoretically, I am arguing is that can it not be said that it's not you? You are part of a greater whole. So PCS, Starlet.
Right. Yeah. Call the band name.
Right.
Okay. Let me read the definition again. Right. Related rights are rights that in certain respects it resembles copyright. The purpose of related rights is to protect the legal interests of certain persons who contribute to making works available to the public. I am a pan man. I made that right available to the public. It is not a guitar. And people have this confusion of being a musician. Who or what is a musician? If we are to define that, Adrian, and we say a musician is one who plays an instrument, the instrument is named a pan, a steel pan. So they participated in a musical composition authored and composed by Adrian Simmons. I was asked to come and be part of that composition by giving my musical skills and my musical ability to enhance the work of the author, the work of the composer. The arranger in this particular case, he helped also as well. So the arranger probably could register, hopefully, as a musician because he did something to the enhancement of the work of the author and the work of the composer. Copyrights have specific definitions for individual persons. And I think that's one of the problems we have in the Caribbean. We don't know the definition and the role of the individuals. You don't know when you're a musician. You don't know when you're a composer. You don't know when you're an artist. You don't know when you're a doctor. You don't know, like you almost don't even know when you're a lawyer, when you're a musician. But it's very clear, Adrian. So these pan men are musicians who have a right. What they have to do is to get their collective right administrated by an organization, a neighboring rights or related rights organization, who could now say to them, you played on this particular production? Yes. Do you have the proof? I played here, you give them the name, you whatever, you get the title of the song, whatever. You don't need an image to do that. You need a right. And we have to start getting people to understand that their rights have been infringed constantly, daily, annually, and for years. Somebody will come to me and say, Trevor, I'm playing pan for the last 15 years. So I say, what did you get out of that? Well, I just love it. Okay, fine. I don't just love it. Money answers a lot of stuff. So I need that income that comes from my related right. So I am entitled probably to $1 for the last 15 years. Or $20 for the last 15 years. And as we know, Adrian, I mean, from where I come from, I was told that music has nothing in it. That's not true. That is what we were told. So today we find in our society and in the young people, we are telling the young people, well, go and sing and go and dance. Years ago, you go and study to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. No problem with that, fine, because we need doctors, we need lawyers. Their fees are high. Adrian, my fee as a producer
be high as well. I can
must
understand.
also be high, and that is what we're talking about.
I mean, I read in a 2009 report, they were saying that the Caribbean loses a lot of revenue out of music because one of three things. It's either A, we have really lax laws concerning copyright, so many areas are not explained to our musicians. Two, like you said, musicians doing it for love of it and they're not seeing it as a business. So many of them are just what I would call recreational musicians. They pick up a guitar and play, they play a pan for 5 minutes, they're singing for one season and it's over. But the very last thing that I think is the biggest hamper towards the Caribbean collectively developing our musical ability to a worldwide standard, I think honestly is, like you said, we are not aware of what is becoming to us, what we're supposed to get. I think it's because I'm not sure if those in authority, they're not educating us, or we're not taking upon ourselves to sit down and, you know, mastermind our own future. I'm not too sure what it is, but I'm hoping for shows like this,
the
information that is out there would inform you and will make you more aware of what you are entitled to, because as we run through the list more and more, I myself, as a journalist, I'm seeing now that there are a lot of areas where we can make a revenue off of music.
Naturally, and the point we are talking here, Adrian, is very, very important. You have a gift, and that gift will make room for you. What am I saying? Because you are a gifted individual, and in this case we are talking about the musician, right? That gift should make room for you. So if I am aware that I have a gift, and I believe that that gift could carry me to the next level, and the next level is playing professional music in a band, and somebody authored and somebody composed, and I am assisting that person to go further, then I believe, you know, we should have an income coming.
So true. And we'll take a quick break. We'll come back more after this.